What's up, YouTube? Here we go. Another video update on the KLD JCM 2500 or 25 JCM 800 kit build. So we've got the eyelet board mounted into the chassis. The eyelet PCB board is mounted in. Looking pretty good. Everything looks real good. The board is completely populated. Save the one capacitor that they didn't ship. And just briefly, I would like to address the fact that when I contacted them and was just informing them about this chassis, again, they send the specification to the aftermarket manufacturer and tell them that if you set it up like this, it's going to be available and useful for multiple kits from us. They sent me back a very polite but condescending message that alluded to the fact that I was not using the proper holes and I simply needed to find the correct holes. So, now that the board is physically in the chassis, we can see a couple of things. Clearly, we only have one way to install this board based on where the tube sockets are. There is literally no other way to do it with this particular setup. These sockets are not separate from the board like you would see in a normal eyelet turret board installation. These are soldered directly to the PCB. So it's only going to go in one way. So the two stock holes that I was able to keep were these holes here and here. And so if we look closer at these two holes and these two holes, clearly they are over a quarter of an inch at least. Not to mention the fact that these holes at the upper end of the board for these standoffs did not exist. I made these holes with the drill press. So to say that this chassis was indeed set up and ready to go for this PCB eyelet board, for this board right here, is not correct. It's not set up and ready to go. I had to mod this to make it work. Not a big deal. I have the tools, I have the skills, but it's just, that is a fact that for this KLD JCM 25 kit, I think it's the 25P or the 25C kit, this was not going to work right out of the box. It wasn't going to fly together like that. Now clearly we don't have the power or the output transformer mounted. So, I don't know yet if there's going to be further issue with that. I don't see how it would be. I think those aspects of this build are pretty uniform between their kits, so that shouldn't be a problem. As far as the paperwork, they're very extensive guide. It's full of pictures. It looks correct based on the pictures. So we're gonna get those fitted up here in just a second. But I just want everybody to take a look at this and just see that while it's going great, I have no complaints about as far as the kit itself seems to be going together very well. It was designed well. It's well thought out. They did a good job. I'm really enjoying it. But if you're some of their other kits are very plug and play, as it were. This is not that kit. This does require a little bit higher level of skill, I would say. Not much. You just have to know how to solder. But also, if you're not in a position to be able to do something like, drill out new holes and stuff like that, you may find yourself in a bind on that. But again, KLD's been great working with me on all the other issues. They've definitely resolved it to my satisfaction. The new capacitor is physically on its way here, so they're gonna make it right. I'm enjoying the kit. This build has been a lot of fun. We're gonna go ahead and get those transformers mounted in there. and get everything wired up to the point of waiting for that capacitor. Hopefully that won't take too long. When everything is in, save that capacitor. We'll shoot another vid and take a look at everything, how it all went down. And then the only thing after that to do is just, when the capacitor gets here, throw it in, fire it up, and see if we can jam with it. Thanks, everybody. Have a great day.